Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I know it's been a while, but life gets busy. But it's been about a year since I started selling cards on eBay, and I wanted to go over my method I've settled on for packing the eBay standard envelope, shipping, plain white envelope, whatever you want to call it. But this is the system that I've come up with. So once I grab my card, I automatically put it into a top loader, which that's pretty standard for everybody. But then I like to take some of the painter's tape and I fold it back on itself so that the person has kind of like a little flap to pull it off of the card with, nice and easy. But that way the card stays inside the top loader, and then I put the card inside a team bag. One little trick I've had to come up with is like getting the air out of the team bag so that it stays nice and flat, because when this thing gets machined, you don't want them to kick it back because it's maybe the envelope's maybe too thick. So I push that air out of there, smooth it out, and then I take one more piece of painter's tape and I roll it into a little barrel on itself so it's got sticky sides all the way around. I put that on the back of the card. I like to reinforce the card with some chipboard. The chipboard I order, I just have to slice it in two, so I get two pieces out of each chipboard, and they're just perfect for a card in a top loader. So I take that and I tape it to that chipboard, so now it's got some stability when it's going through being handled while shipping. Place that in my envelope, close my envelope up tight, and then I'm ready to get my shipping label. So based on a lot of recommendations, I did go ahead and get myself a thermal printer. I didn't have a lot of options around here, so I just got the brand from Walmart, and it does okay. Sometimes I have to be real careful to make sure that it isn't cutting off part of the image, and I can see that in the print preview window. But anyways, I like to cover the flap of the envelope with the shipping label, and that way, if somebody wanted to try to get in there, they'd really have to try hard and it would be pretty obvious. But I cover up that flap, seal it nice and smooth, and it's ready to go. So I'll put links to all the different things that I'm using for shipping right now down in the description. I'm not an affiliate or anything like that. It's just showing you what I do. It breaks down like this. By the time I do all of those things, the cost for my shipping materials for a single card is 39 cents. So you take that plus the eBay charge for their standard envelope shipping is 74 cents. So sending a card basically costs $1.13. And once they changed the price of the envelope shipping, once eBay's changed that price, I upped all of my base cheap cards are $1.75. So right now I'm making 62 cents on a single card of just the regular average Joe cards. Certainly not making a lot of money, but still having fun. One thing I didn't mention was that obviously every card's in a penny sleeve. I have swapped to using the card shells sleeves. They're easier to get the cards in. I like them. They're good to use. So I also have that in the links as well. So thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions or suggestions, throw them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. We'll see you next time.